The numbers are in. Britney Spears' memoir, The Woman in Me, easily topped the New York Times bestsellers list in its first week, selling 1.1 million copies in the U.S. alone. It's not the highest-selling celebrity memoir in history. However, the sales actually fall a little short compared to Prince Harry's autobiography, Spare, which sold 1.6 million copies in its first week. But despite all that, Britney has also seen a huge boost in music and streaming sales. And I haven't actually read this book, but I know a few friends who have and are reading it now. Let's turn things over to Caitlin because we have a surprise segment here on 5 at 4.
Yeah, Sharon, we are so excited because guess what?
It's book club.
We are back. All right, this is our third edition of the Fox 5 F4 Book Club. Shamari, welcome.
Yeah, well, thank you. I'm happy to be here.
He did not suspect this would be his first book.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
I'm becoming the Britney expert.
I know. Okay, so just to recap, we've done Mariah Carey.
Yes.
We've done Prince Harry.
Correct.
And so now it's time for Britney Spears.
Yes.
So we started her book, her memoir, which just dropped, The Woman in Me, last week. And each week we'll go through a chunk of it. So we started chapters 1 through 11, which kind of, it's Britney's early stages of her life, her childhood, but also her rise to fame. So a lot to get to. Marina, we'll start with you. What's something you found very interesting?
Okay, I'm going to start by saying I really poo-pooed the Harry book.
Yeah.
And I think it's far better than this one so far. So I'm just going to say that. So,
Okay.
you know, but look, to each their own.
Right.
I'm a big Britney fan. I was expecting a little more from the book. So far, it hasn't gotten me there. I will say the one thing that I like about the book so far is how she says that the Britney Spears that she liked the most was the Britney Spears that was the shortest lived, which was really only from October of '99 till her album Hit Me Baby One More Time came out in January.
Yeah.
And it's because she finally in that moment felt like she had some control. She recorded that music video, which was epic. It broke so many records. It was so different. Hit Me Baby One More Time. No one knew who she was. There were zero expectations. And then she says she went out into the street once that song dropped. And that was the last time that she was ever Britney Spears from Kentwood, Louisiana. Then everybody knew who she was. She was 16, guys, at the time. So really, her life changed on a dime like this. I think there were a lot of positives, but as we know, it has not all been rainbows and butterflies for Britney Spears.
Yeah, I mean, we're now looking at it in hindsight, and the late 90s, early aughts feels like a very long time ago. Just in the way that our culture has progressed, I think that what was controversial with Britney then would not be today.
Correct.
For a child star, but she was really kind of like the pioneer of these pop stars, especially female ones. So it's just amazing to kind of see, and unfortunate in some ways how she's ended up. Shamari, what did you think?
Well, I didn't know a lot about Britney Spears, but I have to tell you, I have a great deal of respect for her because as I got to read and learn more about her life, especially with her father, with the alcoholism, and how she would then take that, you know, singing and dancing as a way to get away. That was her escape, a way to, you know, go to her peaceful place. And then just to defy the odds, and as you stated, just to get to where she was with Jive, the record label, was pretty extraordinary.
Yeah.
There's her father. Yeah. And she really does not paint him in a positive light.
No, from the get-go. So, and we know, obviously, he continues to be a part of her life as her manager and as her conservator until just 2 years ago when that ended. But I found, like, where we ended it is kind of at least this chunk, like the apex of her fame. You talk about the VMAs in 2001 where she held the snake. By the way, she talks about how that was truly frightening.
Yes.
You know, like, that was actually truly a snake, and she handled it so well. And this is, you know, at that point in her career, she really had it together, right? Like, she was handling everything. She looked amazing. She could do no wrong at this phase of her career, I feel like. Every song she dropped was a hit. Every appearance she had was just talked about. She couldn't go anywhere or do anything. Obviously, we'll see later kind of the after effects of it, but it makes me a little sad because she was 20 years old there and had the world on her shoulders. But
Caitlin, you and I are contemporaries, and Shamar, you as well. I mean, I think that in this generation, she is our Madonna. She is our Michael Jackson. She is that person in our time frame that really hit, like to your point, the apex. And it really is, to this day, even though she hasn't been Britney Spears as we knew her, she still retains that fame and that enigma that people want to know so much about.
Yeah, I mean, people were fascinated, and I think as we keep reading, we are going to learn more about the media's obsession, truly, with Britney, and how that led to some problems later on. But interesting first start. I will say, I agree with you. It's a little, like, I thought maybe we'd get more detail about some stories growing
We're
up.
only on, what, a chapter 11? We're getting there.
It's choppy. It needs maybe an adverb, an adjective or two, to give us a little bit more. But
the second one.
There. Angie will be part of our next book club, and hopefully she'll fill us in on two parts of the book that she liked the most. So.
I'm a fan.
You're a fan?
Good.
Yeah, I like Britney Spears.
You're following her on social. You got the dance moves ready?
With this cover, though. I mean, I was reading at a coffee shop. I had to cover it up. People were like, what's wrong with you? I said, no, it's for my job.
Don't
it's for
take that to church.
I'm like, it's for the book club.
I was kind of hiding my face
like,
in
what
it,
are you doing, dude?
This is not me. I know. Hey, Sharon, feel free to pick up a copy and start reading.
That was the funniest part for me when Sho said that he was reading this book and his kids were like, Dad? It's like, this is for work. So, all right, guys.